Okay, so e is equal, that's our verb tense marker, okay? It's equal to the noun tense marker o. So when we say o ole pepe, okay, we're saying the baby. We're saying it is the baby. It presently is the baby. That's what it is. That's what it does. That's what it do. However you want to say it. But that's habitually that's what the baby that's what this is. It's the baby. So ole pepe. And then we also have ole pepe fangata. So the baby is, the difficult baby. Now the equivalent to o is going to be e. Okay, but this goes for verbs. This goes for verbs or actions. Same thing. Verbs or actions, subjects or nouns. Okay, verbs and actions, subjects and nouns. I know I said it a couple times, but I just started recording. So, okay, ole pepe fangata. So how will we rephrase this to say it a different way? But let's start with our tense. Let's do the tense action subject way. So what would be our tense? If we was,
Fangata pepe.
right. Thank you. It's our so we have e. So that's our tense. Okay. The T is gonna be the e, the e. So e fangata, and then our subject is le pepe, le pepe. So we have our tense. We have our. This is actually an adjective. So adjective action. They can act in the action spot, the A spot. So I know all this time I've been saying tense action subject. It could be tense adjective subject. It could be tense adverb subject. Okay. So in this case, whenever you want to just flip around that the description word, all you gotta do is put it in the front. But because it is it's an adjective, we have to have a different kind of tense marker. It's the same one that we use for actions or verbs. So efangata pepe. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but like a lot of times, like when the older guys are standing around and they're just making small talk. So one guy will say, "Ore pepe fangata," and then the other one will say, "Yes, efangata pepe." So they're saying the same thing. They're saying the exact same thing, but it's just rewording. It's just rewording it, so you don't sound like a lame. So you say, the first one says that, or the pepe fangata, and then the next one says e fangata de pepe. So any questions on that? So it's just a rewording exercise. So let's go to our next one. Okay, so I'll give you guys a couple minutes with this. Reword this one. Ole talanoa fangata. So talanoa is to conversate. Is that the word? To have a conversation. Talanoanga is a conversation. So the difficult conversation. So how would we reword that? Just do what we just did. So let's take a minute for that. If you're joining late, instead of doing the whole quiz for 10 minutes, we're just gonna do one for a minute, and then we'll review it together. We're gonna do that all the way through. Okay, so does anyone have the way that we would say how we would reword ole talanoa fangata to the tense action subject way? Erase that. So ole talanoa fangata. How would we reword this one? Okay, so this one all together is going to be a subject. All of that, there's no action there. All we're doing is we're identifying, man, the difficult conversation. So, but now if we're going to reword it into tense action subject format. Okay, someone has it here. Exactly. Thank you. Tailava Timothy. All right, so let me copy that. And then, so that's all we did. We just took the whaingata and we put it in the front. So, but when you put it in the front, it's not going to be able to stand for itself or by itself. We're going to need, either sa, na, or lo'o. It's going to have to have a different subject. If we're like putting it in a tense, but if all we're doing is we're identifying, we're changing it from the o, then the only one it's going to be e. Okay, so if all we're doing is we're just converting it from olo'o, I'm sorry, ole talanoa anga whaingata, then we just take the adjective, put it in the front, and then we combine it with the e whaingata le talanoanga. All right, tense.
Does the meaning change slightly, like from the difficult conversation to the conversation is difficult?
Yep, exactly. It does. So I mean, it's very slight. The difficult conversation, the conversation is difficult. The old man, the man is old. You know what I mean? So it's just like you're just restating it, but you're making an action, or you're emphasizing the adverb or the adjective. So and the main reason I wanted to put it in there, because people do this all the time and do it every single day. So when you hear people rephrasing it, I don't want you to be stuck on like, man, so it was ole talanoanga whaingata. What is this? What is this? E whaingata le talanoanga. So, but yeah, exactly what you said is correct. So,
Thanks.
hello. Yep. Right. Yes, just the O is going to be equal to the E. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have used the other ones. I might have threw some people off. The O is equal to the E. So whenever you're just flipping these around, ole talanoanga whaingata, is then when you flip it around and take this the word is describing our subject, then it's always going to be E, unless you're going to say like if it's he or she, a pronoun, that's when we use the te. Okay. Maybe I'll get some examples for that one. A te example. I don't have one right now. Let's go back to our, okay, so the next one is recite number 2 out loud in both T and K style. So I won't log off for this one. Just say it to yourself, and then somebody can just blurt it out after, like, we'll take 15 seconds. And so and this is really just an exercise on how to say, be consistent all the way through. So take a few seconds with that. Okay, so anybody want to be brave and just say how we do it? Only T style, just the T style. Say number 2, T style.
E whaingata le talanoanga.
Yep. So that's if we flipped it around.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's good. You said it. That's the way to say it. And then could you say it this way as well too, just in case anyone's lost? But
Sorry, yeah. Ole talanoanga whaingata.
Thank you. And then does anybody want to say the K style? And either way, it could be TAS kind of way, or it could be the whole subject kind of way.
Ole talanoanga whaingaka.
Exactly. Thank you. And then the other, the TAS way.
E whaingaka talanoanga.
Le Kalanguanga. Yep. So the main thing, or let me go back to our whiteboard. So I forgot what it was. So ole tala noanga pai nga ta. Okay, so that's one way to say it. And so I guess I really just threw that in there. If you start with T's, say your T all the way through. You wouldn't want to say ole kala noanga pai nga ta. Right? So and then the other way, oops, if we were to say e pai nga ta le tala noanga. So okay, so if we were to say e pai nga ka le tala noanga. So the basic rule is to just, if you're gonna do T's, say T all the way through. So that will require you to know that you know, this talanoanga is spelled with a T. So ole talanoanga fainga ta. If you were to say ole talanoanga fainga ka, somebody will call you out, and then it's like, you know, it's not really a big deal, but I just want to let you know these are the little things, the little nuances in the Samoan language that people be pointing out. So I don't want you to get called out. So if you start with T, the T style, go all the way through. Ole talanoanga fainga ta. If you do K style, ole kalanoanga fainga ka. Okay. If it's T's, make all of them T. If it's K, make all of them K. E fainga ta le talanoanga. E fainga ka le kalanoanga. So great. If you got that concept, then great. It takes a little practice, you know, when you're reading whole sentences and paragraphs and stuff, but you know, it's just be consistent. Be consistent with it. All right, so next question is number 3. So number 4. Where do you all, so 7, it's a whole bunch of them. So it's gonna be so it's you, but it's multiple you. Where do you all go on Mondays? Where do you all go on Mondays? So let's take a minute and a half on that. Where do you all go on Mondays? Okay, with this one, I probably shouldn't have put all in there because I think that threw some people off. But where do you, so basically you, and it's a bunch of you. So I just wanted you to get the right pronoun, use the correct pronoun for you. So it's more than 3 people. So it's going to be whatever you guys, hopefully we picked on that one, and then go on Mondays. So let's go to go to the whiteboard. So, all right, in English, where do you, and we're talking about a lot of people, 3 plus, go on Mondays. Okay, anyone have this one? Question mark. What's our question?
O whea tote o I ngaso ngā fua iai.
Yep. Oferto teo I aso, you say aso ngafua iai. Okay, so we have, okay, so let's break it all the way down. So we have where, all right, and then we have you, and then and it's three or more people. So 3 or more people. If it's just you, it would be Ed, but we're not talking about Ed. We're talking about 3 or more people. So it's going to be to, and it's a habitual tense. So our habitual tense is going to be te. Okay, so we're combining our you and our habitual tense marker of te. So to te. Does everyone see how we got to te? To te. So it's you. So where do you regularly, and then go? So the singular go is alu. I'm pretty sure most people know about that one. So alu is go, but when we say plural, even if it's only two people, it's gonna be with it would have a fatmamafa over it. So ofe toteo. So where y'all go in Mondays to it. So where do y'all go? So ofe toteo yasumafuyai. So I guess yeah, I don't know. On Mondays to it. Where y'all go on Mondays to it. So I know you're real good at speaking Samoan, so I don't want to say no because it's like you're there already, right? So, but I'm just gonna put it in the phrase format just for our purpose over here. So if we say ofer to teo, and then so ofer to teo yai, I aso mafua. So it's really so we can rearrange it so it's already correct, but like I just didn't want to throw anybody off, so we just put the time afterwards. So we have our tense, which is going to be that right there. So we first we put our question word, and then we put our tense and our subject, and then we have our action, tense, action, and then our the EI is like our location because we have the E, I. Oh, okay. So I've been trained to add the I whenever you use ofer. But yeah. So that's right. Okay.
Can you say Ifea?
Ifer. Yeah, we can. We'll do that on Thursday. We'll do that on Thursday because I didn't want to introduce. Yeah. I'll write that. Is we're actually gonna do it next week, but so like Ifer, and you mean like this, Ifer?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
doesn't
People
that
do
mean like a specific place? Like to where, like, doesn't that make it more specific? Instead of adding the E later?
I'm not really like it's. I just hear it used as interchangeable, but then there's also a way to I think that might confuse, and then also too, I don't really know how to explain that, but it's let's. I'll just stick with this for now, only because I don't want to confuse anybody, including myself, because once I go down a hill, then I just start tumbling. So, ofe toteo iai iasongofua. So this is our time, all right. Oh, I'm sorry. That's our question. So where, and then our tense, and then our action, and then yes, exactly. The way that you said it, Lesham, we have the EI, like to where, and then we have the our location, Iasumofua. So EI Iasumofua, our time. All right. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody with that. Because I mean, the thing about this, there's several ways to say it, and then there's also we can rearrange this several different kind of ways, and then you might have heard it other kind of ways. So I'm trying to be standard with it, but it's kind of hard, especially when people have so many experiences with our language. So it's like I guess I'll just be standard with it. So we have our question, we have our tense and our subject, we have our action, we have a location, and then we have our time. Okay. So I'll come back to that one if anyone's confused. I don't want to not waste time, but I don't want to burn any more of you guys' time. So let's go to the next one. What is it? It is the supervisor has not arrived yet. The supervisor has not arrived yet. How will we say that? Let's just take minute and a half. 90 seconds on that. All right, so how will we say this one? Pule is or whatever, there's other words too, but If you want to use pule for supervisor, and taunu'u is to arrive. So the supervisor has not yet arrived.
O te le taunu'u le pule.
You said o te le. Am I spelling it right?
Yeah. And then L-E-I, I think. I don't know if it's le'i.
Oh, okay. So o te le'i.
Oh, it's le'i. Okay, sorry.
Okay. O le'i taunu'u le pule. Okay, awesome. Pule. All right, so and did I get this part right? I'm not sure if I heard this. What did you say with the first part?
That's what I said, but I don't know if it's right.
Okay, all right. All right. So pretty close. There's only one, you could say one, you could say two. Anyone have any revisions to this one?
U'ole'i.
U'ole'i. Okay, yeah. So that's so u'ole'i taunu'u lepule. Lepule. Okay, so has not yet. So le'i, remember from last week, le'i is not yet, okay, and then has not yet arrived the boss, okay, and then we could also just to save time, more than likely you probably hear like not more than likely, I don't know where you're at. I'll just say e le'i, oops, e le'i taunu'u lepule. All right, so you probably hear this. So has not yet arrived the boss. So we have our tense. Our action is all of this together. Le'i taunu'u. So this is not yet arrived the supervisor. So, and of course when we translate it to English, it's going to be the supervisor, lepule e le'i taunu'u. Okay. Or le'i taunu'u lepule. Now, some people might say, because I did a video like this before, and they were like, "There's no such thing as ule'i," but I hear people say ule'i, but so has not yet arrived. The supervisor. It makes sense, but I'm just preparing you for what people might say. But to me, I've seen it both ways. Written and also like I hear people speak it. So sometimes Samoans, how we are. So let me go to the next one. All right, so how will we rephrase this one? Olo ole tatalo. Lingi. Lingi is a person, so that's gonna be a proper noun. I tutonu ole falesa. So olo ole tatalo. Lingi. I tutonu ole falesa. So there's a way to rephrase this. So let's take a minute to how will we rephrase olo ole tatalo lingi I tutonu ole falesa. All right, so go back to the whiteboard. So olo ole tatalo lingi I tutonu ole falesa. Okay, let me write that. Olo le. Just imagine that with my mouth over it. Olo le tatalo lingi ile falesa. So how will we rephrase this? Anybody?
Phrase it.
You forgot to tone.
Oh,
Leo.
okay. I tutonu. So tonu. Thank you. Ile falesa. So olo le tatalo lingi I tutonu ole falesa. How will we restate that? It's really only one part that we would have to change. Oops. So instead of olo ole, how will how could we rephrase that one?
Could you say eleo?
Eleo, thank you. Eleo, eleo. So whenever so a negative action, whatever the action is, or adverb or adjective, is going to be le setalo, le samoe, le savali, whatever, right? But if we're going to say, if it's like olo'o, olo'o le, then what happens is the olo'o changes, it contracts. So it's like le, o, leo, leo. So this o is the olo'o. Hopefully everybody sees that. So this o right here is the olo'o, and the le is the negative. So it just changed to e leo, e leo. So it's like e le olo'o. But you know, we just contract that down to leo. So and then the rest of it is going to be the same. Tatalo lingi itutono le fale sa. All right. E leo tatalo lingi itutonu ile fale sa, inside of the church. So lingi is not praying inside of the church. All right. I didn't realize I was taking this long. Let me see. Go back to let's do one more, and then let's move on to another concept, and then this will be up on the password protected site. So if you guys want to just to redo these and practice them, that's great. So his heart is like a cold stone. His heart is like a cold stone. Loto, and this there's other words you could use for it, but loto we're gonna say is for heart. Ma'a is a stone or a rock. Ma'a, and then malulu is cold. Malulu is cold. Okay, so how will we rephrase that? Let's take a minute for that. All right, so let's go to the whiteboard. So what are we talking about? His heart is like a cold stone. His heart is like a cold stone. His heart is like a cold stone. Cold stone. Okay, so how would we translate that to Samoan? The concept for this one, or the new subject they were trying to get, is like. So we're saying this is like that.
Olona loto epe se ma'amalulu.
Epe ose ma'a malulu. Yep, malulu. After I said the lava. So we have his heart, olona loto, his singular loto heart is like a stone cold. Is like a stone cold. But of course, we flip that part. Cold stone in Samoan is going to be stone or rock cold. So ma'a malulu. So olona loto epe ose ma'a malulu. So his heart is like a cold stone. All right. So and this one is like pretty close to like English. All we're doing is we're connecting phrases. So we connected this phrase, his heart, olona loto, right? Like, his heart like ose ma'a malulu. So we're connecting this subject phrase to that subject phrase. And how do we connect them? With a pe, okay, like. And that's all. So like if you write poems, or you write songs or raps or whatever, a pe is a great word for that. And it'll help you with your vocabulary. It'll help you put phrases together and stuff like that. Pe, a pe, okay. So let's move on to one other thing. We can come back to these if you guys want to, but I want to cover one thing before the time runs out. These are some extra connecting words. We'll also come back to that. Am I recording? Yes. All right, so. Oh man. Sorry about that. So it's starting with a subject. Oh, here we go. When you start with a subject, this is the way that a lot of English speaking Samoans that English as a first language Samoan speakers, a lot of them do like this because this is the way that we speak in English, right? So if I say oletama, what does that mean? Oletama,
The boy.
the boy. And then if I say na ta'umai, na ta'umai. So ta'u, said, right. So said and then mai, so na ta'umai. So the ta'u is coming to me. So the boy told to me, na ta'umayai. Oh, sorry, I should have put that in there. And then le upumoni. So le upumoni. So upu is like the word, and then it moni is like real or put together.
Or true.
The true, yeah, the true. So the boy said to me the truth. So the boy told the truth to me. So if you look at it, this is the way that we speak in English. Oletama nata umayai, sorry. And then leupumoni. The boy told the truth to me. Oletama nata umayai leupumoni. Leupumoni. So this is like the boy told, and then it, told the direction was coming to me, and then the truth. The boy told the truth. So a lot of and I didn't notice until I got on TikTok. Like people told me, they were like, I speak Samoan the way that I speak English. This is kind of like exact English right here. The boy told me, told to me the truth. Same with this one. O leo leo is the police. So police, okay, police, and then olo tu two is to stand. Two is a plural version. So because we're talking about multiple police, so are standing, and then the I is there because actually I'll come back to that. The I, and then iluma o letatofale. So what does anyone knows what this entire statement is saying? Oleo leo olo tu. Oh, I'm sorry. O leo leo olo tu ai iluma o letatofale. What does that say?
Something I hope never happens, but the police are standing in front of our house.
Right. The police are standing in front of our house. So we have, and if you look at it, it's like English. So we have the police, multiple police, oleo leo, okay, and then olo tutu. I'm sorry, olo tutu white. So we have, this is our tense, we have our action, and then the I is a placeholder. So whenever we take the subject and put it in the front. So in both of these, we're starting our subject. Okay, we're starting the sentence with the subject. Oletama, okay, na ta'umayai. Down here, oleo leo, olo tutuai. All right, so we even though we started with the subject, there's a tendency to put a subject here anyway after the action. It just takes practice. So we put oleo leo in the front, and it's understood that, you know, ole leo, olo tu, I'm sorry, olo tu wai. So the police are standing, and who's standing there? The subject is ole leo, but we already said it. So because it's already said, we said the I. It's like a placeholder again. So ole leo, olo tu wai, and then our location, because we're starting with the I luma ole tato fale. So the location is in front of our house, le tato fale. All right, so the police are standing in front of our house. Ole leo, olo tu wai, iluma ole tato fale. Everyone see that? No questions? All right. So, okay, let's do these. Let's do these, and then I guess we'll be done for today. We'll come back to the other ones if you guys want to do that. So let's take a minute on the preacher. The preacher is le out. Okay, to sleep is moi, and then tonai is like what we do on after church. So kongai, kongai, either one. I guess we just have time for this one right here. So out. This is out. To sleep is moi, and during. That's a whole nother lesson right there. As long as we get that part, we're good. So don't worry about that. The preacher was sleeping. Put that. Just the preacher was sleeping. Man, sorry about that. All right, let me do this. All right, so how do we say the preacher was sleeping?
Ole whaiwhea sa moe ai.
Yep, that's it. Ole. So ole fai fe ao, fe ao was Samoa ai. Yep, ole fai fe ao Samoa ai. So the first part is going to be the preacher, right? The preacher is already said. So whenever we start like that, ole fai fe ao, then we start with our tense, then we have our action, and then the reason why we say ai is because ole fai fe ao was already said, but for some reason, I mean, there's just a tendency to say the subject after the action. So when we do that, we just replace it with the ai. Ole fai fe ao sa moe ai. Okay, and then we could have extended the sentence, so we'll do that on Thursday. But this is good right here. So, oops. Where's okay, there it is. All right, so we only have a few minutes left. I guess we'll stop right here. We'll pick up at starting with subjects on the next on Thursday. If you have any questions, just hang around. But you guys are doing really good. You guys are going kind of fast, actually. But after the lava, and if you have any questions, just hang around. If not, I'll see you guys on Thursday. And that's pretty much all I got.
Thanks, Will.
Pass it for
Thanks, William.
Bye. Yeah, we're gonna do that. If not Thursday, it'll be on Tuesday. Malo se for.
Hey, Usu, I got a question.
Uh-huh.
It's about Leo.
Leo, okay.
Yeah, so that one kind of threw me off. I thought Leo was like an object that wasn't to be or something like that.
It
Like
is.
oh, for real?
No, oh yeah. So so an object is gonna be a subject, right? So
Yeah.
So Leo can be either like or I'm gonna pull up the whiteboard. Hold up. So Leo, where's my thing at? Oh, here we go. So when we're talking about Leo like that, it can be like well, I'll put a Leo. So this is gonna be like tense, and then we're talking about a negative. We're talking about a negative action, so it would be like le or lo. But if we're talking about like not this, it's not that. It's like a well, let me not put words in your mouth. So you said it's not like you thought it was like what now?
Yeah, no, you were on the right track. Like if I were to say not a table or something like that, a Leo
Oh.
lao lao.
Okay, so not the table. So ele o le lao lao. So that's different from so ele o le lao lao. So but it's not a little. So when we say a little, and the thing about it is in conversation, it goes so fast, like you don't know the difference between well me. I don't know the difference between a le and let me pop my mouth over it. A le or le lao lao. So this right here says it is not the table. It is not the table. That's what that's saying, right? But then
Okay.
there's also like a little, but if when you see it written like this, so that's the difference between like spoken. Okay, so this would be spoken. I'll just do it like that. The spoken. When we're talking about a little, so when you see a little, it is not. So when it's written like this, there's going to be an action like ele o lo'o. When you see it written like that, it's going to be ele o lo'o. You know, it is not, or I'm sorry, eleo tautala. You know, so not talking, tautala.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you see o le, and then so it is not the table. But then if you see, I totally fumbled on this. This one should be a leo. And there's gonna be an action after that. What would be an action? Any action you want.
Tamoe.
Tomoe. So not running, not running. Uh, the giraffe, whatever. Tiger. Okay, not running the tiger. So
Okay, so the eleo is basically like if it were to be opposite, it's the opposite of olo'o, right?
exactly. So exactly, man, that's a great way to put it. I need to write that down. This is the opposite of olo'o. Eleo. Eleo. Opposite of olo'o. Man, that's should have said something. That's genius. That's why when people say teacher, like, man, bro, I'm not a teacher. I would have known leo and olo ele olo or eleo. That's yeah. So ele leo is the opposite of le olo, or you know what I'm trying to say. So
No, I feel it. I got you.
not running the tiger. The tiger is not running. Eleo tamoe the tiger.
So for that specific tense, it'll be the opposite of olo, right?
Exactly. So
Okay.
the other way to word it would be what?
Olo le tamoe.
Right. Olo le with the
Mhm.
tamoe, not taquitos. Tamoe the tiger. Yeah. So I actually don't hear that much. I actually never heard that actually, but you know, in conversation, people would say it like that. So
Okay.
eleo tamoe the tiger. So I don't really, I haven't heard ole, but if you do, that's what they're meaning, like ele. So they're just flipping that, and that o right there is olo. Ele
Okay.
olo tomo in the tiger. Ele, but you know,
Okay. That, you know what? I think the reason why the second one wouldn't work because it's supposed to be olo is supposed to be like you're currently doing something, right? But
right,
it's not complete. And to not complete something that you're currently doing, even in English, doesn't make sense.
right. Oh, I didn't even think about it like that.
So okay, I
When
got
you
that.
gonna
See,
when you gonna teach the class? Who's
quarter to never.
man? That's awesome. That's exactly it. So it's never ole because it's not happening. If it's not happening, so
It's not currently being done. So
right, it's not currently
that
being
makes sense.
olo eleo tomoe eleo tomoe. So you know it's not tiger's not running. Period. Eleo. So olo
Okay.
is equivalent to eleo. And this is actually the one that I only hear that. I never heard anybody say ole, but maybe it happens, maybe it don't. I don't know.
Then you'll be called a plastica pacifica.
Plastic or whatever, rubber band. I don't know. They got all
For,
kinds.
yeah, okay, I'm glad I got that cleared up because I always thought that le'i was for verbs and leo was for subjects, but I got that all screwed up
Well,
apparently.
no, that's kind of it's true, but the way it depends what follows it. So le'i is gonna be for just not yet.
Oh,
So not yet the verb happening.
okay.
I'll go ahead and write it out because I know other people. I had that same issue actually. So le'i. So le'i is just not yet. Not yet. Whatever the verb. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. And then eleo is two things. That's where the confusion lie for me. So it could be elei. Sorry, eleo. eh, eleo, and then it's gonna be whatever action you want. So, what do we use? Eleo, not
Tala?
currently, yeah, not currently talking. Okay, and then eleo tautala. So there's ele olo talking, and then if we were to say oh, well, I'm sorry. And what was the confusion? I forgot. Ele, um, ele,
Like Ole Cavale? I don't, this is where I get mixed
oh,
up.
okay. Okay, so, not the car. So if we're saying, not the car, so not the car. So, it, hey, what is the full sentence I'm trying to get at? So not talking, so not the car, what? I guess, it is not the car. That's what I'm saying. Okay. It is not the car. The car. So ole ole ta'avale. So we have it is not the car.
Okay.
It is not the car. But if you want to say it is not the red car, moo, then I guess I'll let you do it.
I think that one would be Ele Mumu Le Cavale, not
Ele,
read the car.
right, not read the car. Ele mumu le ta'avale. If that's the question you were asking, I'm not sure if that's what we were getting at.
No, this is what I need to see, because the Leo was throwing me off. Instead, I was mixing it up with Ole Le Cavale Mumu.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
we have it is not, it is not the red car. And then we have just another way to phrase it the same way. But if we were to say so ole ta'avale mumu. So we're saying the red car, and then to say it is not the red car, ele. Oops. It is not.
I think with this one, I understand, like with the ed tense is a matter of actual being, right? Like
Right.
it's its current state as it is right there. So to say it is a car, it is ole cavale, right?
Right.
But would there be there wouldn't be an e tense because it's already a standalone being, right? Or
Right.
would it be
Okay.
e cavale? Like I don't know how to finish that sentence with e cavale. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I need to remember this for a Thursday. So ole ta'avale. Okay, so here we have it is not the car. Is that where we at with the question?
Yeah, it is not the car, but I
It's
don't think there's
not
any
the
other
car.
way to rephrase that unless
Okay,
say
so
ele cavale, not the car, right?
right, so if we say it is not the red car, so it is not. So if we were to say it is not the red car, what if we were to say red is not the car?
In this contextually, in Samoan, I believe it'll make sense, but it doesn't make sense in English. It doesn't translate well to English.
Right, it doesn't. A lot of stuff doesn't make sense in English when we do it from Samoan. So, ele o le ta'avale mumu. So we have
Would it be okay? Would it be o mumu ole kaavale
so
or
eh,
ole? It is red. No, because the descriptive has to go after, right?
Right, so mumu is gonna be a, that's like our adjective or our action. So how will we start our sentence with mumu?
And mumu.
Right, mumu. Right, so
Like-
we're saying
Leka'avali.
le vale. So how
So
do we
red,
say
red is the car.
red
we
is the
said
car?
red
How
is
do we
not-
say red is not the car?
See, I'm screwing up my English with with
Yeah, so
Samoan.
yeah, all we do is
Le mumu leka'avali.
right. So leo mumu le ta'avale. So it's like so ele olo'o mumu le ta'avale. So it's like it is not currently olo'o mumu le ta'avale.
Okay.
If you get it that way, there's other ways to explain it as well. So it's like it is not and then we have olo'o, like right now, red,
Uh-huh.
the car.
Okay.
Or olo'o mumu, I'm sorry, olo eleo mumu le ta'avale. So it is not currently red, the car. So and then up here we have not the car, the car is not red. The car is not red, but down here we have currently not red, the car. If that makes sense.
Okay. So could I say ele mumu leka'avali? Or no?
Yeah, you could say there's several ways to say it. Everybody's gonna know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Ele mumu. So not red, the car. But like when you see it in writings, and this is why I don't like to stress too much about like if you see it like this, no, because we probably didn't write it like that. That probably
Oh.
came from, the people that came over and said, no, it needs to be like this and like that. I'll never
Oh.
like say like this and say like that, because the people that constructed all of the writings, you know, who knows what it's supposed to be like. But if you see eleo mumu le ta'avale, however you hear it, how do you normally hear it? I know you are around like people who speak the Samoan language, so
I think I'm pretty sure I would hear eleo, but
eleo.
I'm selective in my hearing because I just want to pick apart the parts that I do know.
Mhm.
So when they say Kabale Mumu, I'm like, okay, red car. And the rest of it's just like I'll piece together what you have said or what I think it sounds like you said,
Right.
and then put it together from there.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you probably hear like, yeah, eleo le cavale mumu. So like
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
not red, the car, it's not red, the car. The car is not red. It's not red, the car. So like if and I've had this happen. Let me stop recording actually before I say this.